welcome everyone. It's Grandma Mo. We're covering UCLA and Michigan State. Much different game than the game against Michigan. UCLA started out shooting really badly against in the Michigan game, and there was a whole different story in this one. Although the three-point shooting wasn't dropping until later in the game. Just a whole different thing, and much better passing. The big thing I saw was the assist numbers were back up again, over 20 for UCLA. Against Michigan, they were under 20, and it made a difference. And, when they pass the ball around and involve everyone, Lauren Betts certainly got hers and was very dominant down once she got the ball down low. Also, a number of great passes she made, too. So, and then Hawkes, I wish she would be more consistent throughout the whole game. Hawkes, in the beginning of the game, she'll, crash the boards like crazy. And then she disappears for a while. And it's not that she's gone, but she doesn't, do that all game long. And she makes some great cuts to the basket, but it's not all game long. And I don't know why that is. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, UCLA gets an easy win, 86-63 over Michigan State. And they hit, UCLA kind of went dead in the fourth quarter there, and Michigan State caught up a little bit. That was actually the only quarter that they outscored UCLA. But, they had it pretty much, it was over 25 points or whatever. And they had taken most of the starters out by that point. But again, another consistent 20 points per quarter for UCLA. And that was not the case against Michigan. They just, the assists were down. They weren't hitting their shot. Especially the first quarter against Michigan. UCLA was they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. But they still came away with the win. But I think that is the difference between, 63 to 8, 23-point win and a 3-point win. Just really different in the first quarter of that game. So you have the number 2 UCLA Bruins, 24-1, and Michigan State is ranked 13th, and they are now 20-5. So the first quarter outscored them 23-9. Nice, strong performance in the first quarter. Second quarter, 21-11. So they had built quite a lead at halftime. Then Michigan State played better in the second half, 22-18, and then 20-25 in the fourth. Michigan didn't shoot very well, 30% from the floor. They shot 34% from three, so they shot better from three than they did. But you could see them kind of go in there and go, oop, 6'7" Lauren Betts is there. I'm not going in there. So she definitely has a way of altering shots or just eliminating opportunities that players just don't even bother. And UCLA, on the other hand, shot 56% from the floor. Just terrific. 38% from three, which is pretty good, even though they started out really bad. I think they were 1 for 10 or something in the first half. And then they started hitting them. So in the second half, which raised that level up to 38%. So that's just a hair under 40%. That's really good shooting, 40% from three. They were 9 for 13 from the foul line. That's 70%. It's okay. It should be higher than that, but it is what it didn't hurt them. They out-rebounded Michigan State 45-24. Assists. 24 assists. Love to see that. Just love to see that. 7 blocks. Steals. Michigan State had more steals. And this is, Corey Close has been mentioning this, the turnovers. They had 17 turnovers. They got to clean that up. Michigan State only had 10. They did really good taking care of the ball. But points in the paint, 56-22. And that's Lauren Betts, and Duke Leach and, cuts to the basket. Because it's not so much just the posts that were scoring. It was cuts to the basket. So Lauren Betts, not another double-double, but 22 points. She had 5 assists and 7 rebounds. So lots of passing, not as many rebounds as the last game. She had like 16 rebounds last game. Neepkins, 12 points. She hit some threes. Ledger Walker had 9 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Jaquez, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Those two numbers should be much higher if she would just do what she does sporadically more often. Kiki Rice, another solid game. Very solid game. She was close to a triple-double. Well, she didn't have as many assists. But 7 rebounds, 18 points, 5 assists. Dukalic, 5 points, 7 rebounds for her. Sienna Betts, 7 points, 7 rebounds. She was she started to come alive in the fourth quarter there, and hit a couple solid moves to the hoop. No one else scored. Amanda Muse played. Karamuzzi played. She only played 2 minutes. And then Billick played. She didn't get a shot off, though, I think. I don't recall her shooting. She had some really nice three-pointers the last time. So looking at Michigan, they had 3 players in double figures. Rashonda Jones, 15 points for her. Shoemate had 12. Dykstra, 3. Terrain, 3. Those are people off the bench. Kennedy Blair. Kennedy Blair in the first quarter made the quickest spin move to the hoop. I mean, it was quicker than Alyssa Thomas. I mean, just phew, and she was at the hoop. Just terrific. Then Slutin, 8 points for her. She's usually one of their higher scorers, but she was having trouble going up against 6'7" Lauren Betts. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for her. But Kennedy Blair, I think she's a sophomore, if I remember correctly seeing that. She's a bright spot for Michigan State. 10 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. But that spin move, boy, that made an impression on me. What a spin move. Let's see, who else? Jaylen Brown had 6 points. Sotelo had 6 points. Van Sluten, like I said, 8 points. Let's see. And they hit they hit some three-pointers, for sure. But just not good enough to keep up with UCLA. Anyway, that pretty much rounds everything out for this one. UCLA has 4 games left. They have Indiana coming up Sunday. And then number 25, Washington, who they were playing Iowa, I believe, yesterday, and they lost to Iowa. So they're number 25. I don't think UCLA will have any trouble with them. And then they've got Wisconsin, and USC finishes out the season. And USC has been playing better lately, so I don't know if USC can give UCLA a game, but it'd probably be much better than the last time they played. Let me look up when they beat them 80-46 the last time. I'm assuming it'll be a much closer game this time. So anyway, we'll see. But looking forward to March Madness and the rest of the season, and we'll see how UCLA does. You know, I watched the UConn. I haven't even bothered to watch the UConn games because they've been such blowouts. And I watched the Creighton game yesterday, and Creighton was okay for a while, but they still lost by 50 points when the game was over. Just crazy. I don't know if anybody can beat UConn. They are just relentless and wear you down, and I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, anybody can have a bad game, and in the tournament, that's all it takes. So, okay. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.